separate?
Yeah. So Lisa's husband works for a company which helps Swedish companies and other country companies come to the US and start their branch office or parent office in the US,
Right.
which allows the European companies to look like their American companies, right? And then they function here as an American company, just like I did 15 years ago. Now, one of the biggest challenge which Pakistani software companies have is that people from, now it's okay, now it's not such a big deal, but still they would like to have a legal business in the US to work with, so they can sue them, they can make them committed, they can do whatever they want. So there are over 2,000 software companies in Pakistan who would like to who are working there, and everybody's looking for business from the US and everywhere else, Canada, right? So if you were to meet her husband and start something like that for Pakistanis, because you understand the language, the ethics, the commitments, you can, and I can introduce to my accountant who's also in Chicago, who does that for us. They can then you can help them start companies here. The biggest problem they have is merchant account. They can't, for example, if they're selling an app, they can't charge in Pakistan because PayPal doesn't work in Pakistan. Merchant account doesn't work in Pakistan. So you incorporate a company for X amount of dollars, say $100, and then charge them $100 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, depending on the company.
Sure, good business.
I think it's going to be phenomenal.
Real people have asked me to do that for them, and I'm just not comfortable.
It takes a lot of time to do this.
It needs to be in a structure.
Yeah,
right, and it has to have legal. It has to have, everything has to be.
You have to organize.
Have a corporation, register in the city with the county. And
but not necessarily. And there's a lot of things. I have another friend who does it in California, and he brings the startup guys to the US. He actually helps them get funding. But again, all the funders in this country want to have a Delaware corporation.
Right.
They don't want an Illinois corporation.
Care less, but you're right. Basically.
Most of the people in Valley want Delaware corporation. It's the first thing they ask me all the time. Where's your company incorporated? Where's your company incorporated? Like so they want Delaware corporation, which has tax issues, and then they would want to throw $50,000 at them, $100,000 at them just to try.
It's not hard to set up. I have 2 of mine set up as Delaware corporations.
Yeah.
So that's not a big deal.
So, but that business is definitely, somebody like you who has roots in both places would be a phenomenal business.
Absolutely.
Because it will help people and at the same time grow economies on both sides. And it's a win-win situation for everyone.
They've done nothing but grow, and they've really grown a lot.
So if anybody who's listening wants to start a business in the US, you can at least contact Sadruddin Bhai for help, and maybe he knows friends who can help you incorporate, or maybe it will, if we get enough traction, maybe you can actually start a business which does that. If time allows, because you already have so much to do on your plate.
In my plate.
Yeah.
I'm already semi-retired. And enjoying my life with my grandkids.
Well, maybe you could think of someone else who could do that.
Maybe I can facilitate. I can facilitate and see if somebody wants to do it.
Even if someone who could add services on to, for example, don't reinvent the wheel. Take Skybridge Resources.
Take your company and partner with them.
Find somebody else who wants to do this. And then you can build in fees.
When you have 10, then you think of detaching it or cost-wise or whatever. Because they're expensive. They're not cheap.
No, they're not cheap. They have to be good enough sized companies to be able to support the overhead.
But a lot of companies, imagine
it's cheaper than hiring all the people it would take to run the company by a long shot.
And not just financially, but also experience-wise. You can't really come to this country and expect to do business without actually understanding the country, right? Whereas your company actually
will take that pain away.
Yes. So imagine all the companies in Sialkot. Imagine all the companies in Gujranwala, Gujarat, all those exporters, they make less money just because they're incorporated in Pakistan. Okay. If they were to incorporate in this country and proxy it, it could say made in Pakistan, but product delivered by XYZ company US Limited. Right? And all of a sudden the markups goes 20%, 50%, 100% up just because they're no longer in Pakistani company, which they're like, oh, they might be terrorists, oh, they were this. So it's all taken care of. All those obnoxious ideologies in their heads, you just filter them. That's why I started my company in this country. So it helps a lot. The moment you say you're a Pakistani company and the moment you say you're an American company run by Pakistani American, it's less thing. And then when you have Skybridge type of thing, which is all Swedish people, they don't care anymore. Because the trust factor comes with this country. Right? It's a branding
people
trust.
Here deliver. People there are more tilted towards honesty, discipline,
Yeah.
and all those things are.
And again,
more-
if somebody is investing a few $1,000s a month or a year in this country to start an office, they won't be able to cheat because they have to follow the law.
Right.
And there's so many checks and balances, they can't just cheat. It's really difficult to cheat, which is good for both
I
parties.
would say it's more like, $3,000 to $5,000 a month. It's probably more to do accounting and to do payroll and to do all of the general ledger, basically to fill out all their books and
Right.
do everything right.
It all depends on the size of the company,
But
right?
I mean, for like somebody
Yeah.
that's a smaller company that's coming in,
Yeah.
it's usually not, because accounting alone eats up a couple of grand a month. Which, think about it. I mean, nobody's coming to America who doesn't have enough of a sales base that they're saying we have to expand and this doesn't make sense, we're not here. So, I mean, they've done all kinds of interesting products, and it's the kind of business model though that you outgrow it. So basically, their companies, if they do a good job, they're gone, right? They build them up to the point where it's like, okay, you can hire your own accountant.
Kind of like my business, right? I help them expand and graduate so that they can leave my house.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, and I hope you guys can contact Sadruddin Bhai and Lisa for if you need guidance. They won't reply to you instantly. They're not your co-workers. They will take their time, but do appreciate that. Thank you.
And do it publicly.
Yeah.
Put it on my wall.
Yeah.
You don't need to private message me. Let everybody hear what you have to say to me.
Yeah. Somebody
Makes
else
me
might
so
come in
happy.
now.
Somebody else will jump in.
Yes, that's true.